Hey guys, welcome back to another update video of her TRX-4 with the carbon fiber chassis. And as you guys can see, we have also received the YAR Racing steering links for the TRX-4, as well as we picked out the two colors that will be going onto the body. So first of all, with the steering links, we managed to find them on eBay, made by YAR Racing. I think it's a company that based in Hong Kong or somewhere in Asia, and these are the specific steering link and suspension link for TRX-4, and you can see the logo on the actual link with the YR logo right here. It's upside down, but the logo is there, YR. It's cheap and cheerful. It's only cost about a tenner from eBay, and that will fix the issues I had previously. As I mentioned in my last video, these links, I just find them from my linked collection. This one is actually the wrong length, and also I fitted them in the wrong position. So this one is a bit too wide, so the front two wheels are currently with the toe out rather than pointing dead straight, and also because I don't have the correct size of the pivot ball to fit in between the gaps here, so I have to fit this bar right at the bottom, which is not ideal. As you can see, you know, as you're driving the rig, this is going to get hit and potentially might get damaged, whereas the correct sized one would fit in between the gaps here and it will go there, so it's slightly higher to prevent any impact. And also with the power nut bar and the steering linked to the steering servo, these one are definitely the correct length for it. So you'll see them fitted in the next video together with the completed or colored body. So with the color, we have chosen mainly two for now. So the first one is by Traxxas, and the code is A708. So this is a color shift color in between a golden yellow and green. So that would be the primary color for the body, with the Tamiya metallic blue X13 as the secondary color. So my partner decided to have a color shift body with the metallic blue, possibly as a racing stripes or two. We haven't decided exactly how we're going to airbrush the body, but at least we've picked out the two colors. They look great. Next, I've spent the past couple of nights basically finishing the remaining installation for the carbon fiber chassis, as well as doing the general cable tidy. So let me show you. Here right away you can see the carbon fiber battery plate fitted directly onto the transmission box, and I have to use the two very nice color pink sheen to lift it up by 2.5 mil so that it clear and not clamped the cable underneath. That is the cable for the mini servo for the high and low speed. As you can see, it runs underneath the battery plate and it comes across here through another cable tie into the receiver, and here I have decided to tie this to the aluminium piece, and this is actually the bracket for connecting the front and rear diff bracket, but since this is a TRX-4 Sport, so I don't have to use that, and I just use that as the cable tied point to keep everything tidy. And then at the front with this steering servo, I have run the cable to the side of the chassis, as you can see here, and then it comes across above the motor onto a selection of the cable tie before going into the receiver. And likewise for the two cables that comes out from, well, 3 cables comes out from the Fusion SE motor. So you have the power cable, which is here. I might consider shortening it to about there, then the battery can just go directly to the DIN plug without this overhang cable. So on the other side, you can see the motor cable comes down to the side, and I tied it to the carbon fiber plate, and then it comes to another point which I have shortened the cable before it's split to the on-off button, as well as the other one that goes into the receiver. So what's the point of having these 4 cable ties together? And that is actually to prevent the cable from being damaged from the spur gear, just in case if they get too close to the spur gear, then the cable tie will somehow protect the cable from being cut. Hopefully it will work. And actually I might have to turn the tied in point to face closer to the spur gear. I think that would offer better protection. I'll see. It's unlikely that the cable could get close enough to the spur gear. There's quite a big gap there. It should be fine. Probably I'll just leave it. And there's another thing that I have adjusted slightly since my last video is the, let me show you. So with the pinion gear and the spur gear, I've noticed last time I didn't have the 2 gear lined up right in the center. It was slightly shifted to one side. So now I have lined them up again, and this is the best position to have your pinion gear lined up with the spur gear, is right in the middle where they meet. So that would be the most efficient way. I think that is it, guys. It's just a quick video to show you kind of what I have been doing over the past couple of nights in terms of tightening up the cable, fitting the battery support, and kind of made the decision on the color that we'll be using on the body, and everything else is pretty much done. Actually, looking at the rig from this angle, something that I forgot to point out in my last video is the carbon fiber chassis for the underbelly. It is set at an angle, so once you have the obstacle past this point, this is like a inclined to help to slide the rig forward. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but that pretty much is the lowest point, and once you pass that point, it will help the rig to slide forward to clear the obstacle from underneath. If you build one, you'll see exactly what I mean. That is a slope. It is a lot better than having a flat belly. With this, it's slightly tilt up towards the end. It will definitely help to get over the obstacles. It's a very good idea. The suspension actually works really well. It's very, very soft, and I'm sure it will perform well. And as I mentioned last time, I really like these wheels that my partner has chosen. They look great with the RC four-wheel drive wheels or tires. I think they go quite nicely together, and hopefully they will perform as well as they looked. And I guess that's it, guys. Just a quick update, and I'm trying not to keep you guys for too long on my video. Hope you guys find this video somehow useful. It's just to give you guys some insight on how we are planning to finish off the TRX-4 build, and next video should be able to show you guys the finished product. Gosh, I'm always having difficulties in mounting this body onto the rig, but we've done it, and this is pretty much what it's going to look like once it is fully airbrushed. I'll try to get the airbrush done over the next week. I might be able to find time sooner than that, or we'll see. I just need to work out how we're going to airbrush these two colors onto the body, whether we use the golden yellow as the primary and blue as highlight, or the other way around. I personally like the blue a lot. I think it will look great as a primary color with the yellow highlight, but we'll see. We'll come up with something, and then we'll get this body finished. We'll definitely cover up all the windows and then peeled back after to give it the clear visibility into the electronics. Later on we might smoke those windows if we want. We will make that decision later on, and for now that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed the quick video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.